All right, this is a proof of concept, kind of a demo, sneak peek of a new ignition and retraction effects. So these are accelerating or decelerating ignition and retractions. And thanks to Fredrik, I finally able to get it working. So this will be for a future update for ProfEOS. But basically, it's going to let you actually set ignitions that either begin fast and then slow down and decelerate, or that start out slow and then accelerate over time. And same thing, retractions that either start out fast and then slow down, or else start out slow and speed up. And actually, the rate that it changes is going to be a variable, so you can actually change the effect itself. And in addition to some of the other versions, so there's ways to kind of force this with fixed speeds. This will actually use like the wavelength for ignition and retraction. This will let you set and change the speeds, and it'll adjust itself. So that's kind of been the limitation if you used like trigger in the past. It kind of had to be really specifically timed to do this. This now is going to be built into the transition, where you actually set the ignition or retraction time, and then you set what's called the bend. And what that does is it either sets the acceleration or deceleration of the blade. So I've got a bunch of different versions. It's all going to be the same base effect, but this will be different kind of variations. So the first one will be more subtle. So it'll start out quickly and slow down, but the difference between the ignition and the beginning and the end is not going to be as prominent. But you can change that. You can have it be really dramatic if you want. So I'll show a bunch of versions. So this one is going to start out quickly and then decelerate, but the difference between the two speeds isn't so great. And then it was slowing at the end, and then the retraction is the same thing. It's going to start out a little quicker and then slowly decelerate at the end. So, and again, it's going to be dependent upon what you want. So you're going to have a lot of control over this. So I'll do that one more time. And it's slow at the end. And now this will be a little bit more prominent. So that one really ignited quickly, but then it slowed. And again, it's set, these are all set for 1,000 milliseconds on purpose, just so you can really see the animation. But you're going to be able to set how long it takes. But you'll notice on both of these, it's going to go really quick in the beginning because I set that bend to be more dramatic. So it was much quicker retraction, but then it slows. So again, really quick initial and then slows. And then another variation. So this one almost instant to the top, and again, it's only 1,000 milliseconds, so it's really, you can actually, for these animations, you're probably going to want to run them longer. But again, it goes really quick, and this has a super dramatic bend, so it's going to be dependent upon what you want. So the more dramatic the bend, the bigger the difference between the start speed and end speed, which obviously, if you have it within a fixed time, it's going to change how that initial movement is. And now these are the other way. These are actually going to begin slowly and then pick up speed. And it's actually the same transitions, it's just using a different bend. So that started out really slow. It actually was only in the hilt for a second. And then again, ignited quickly. And this one started out really slow and then picks up speed dramatically. So this one, you'll see it actually really slow in the hilt till about here, and then it'll accelerate. And then really slow at the tip and then accelerate, and then changing that value, it's going to change how it reacts. So this one stretched for a little longer before it accelerated. And you can set, it's basically any value you want. So playing with the value will change where that bend point is. And I forget what actually this setting is. Okay, this one's a little closer in speeds. So it's gradual, and then accelerates. So just by playing with that bend rate, and then again, you also have the ability to change the timings, you can get really different effects. So this right now, like I said, proof of concept, it's working. Fredrik helped me get the code all sorted out. And again, these are all just demos, so this is all using the exact same timing. All we're doing is changing the bend amount, which is the point at which the acceleration or deceleration really takes off. But so this will be coming in a future update. but it's all working nicely, so you can really get some kind of dramatic and unique ignitions and retractions now. Instead of it being all the same speed the entire time, you can either have it start out quick and slow down, or start out slow and speed up. And again, the change point is going to be dependent upon where you set that. So you'll actually have a lot of control for where that acceleration deceleration occurs, and how big of a difference it is between how it starts and how it ends. So it'll be a pretty cool effect. So obviously a future update coming, probably a little bit more playing around with this, but really excited to get it finally working. So hope you enjoy.